Excuse me. Excuse me. Have you seen my life savings? I spent it all on camera gear. What's up? It's your boy L.Dre back with another video. How are you doing today? I'll give you a few seconds to answer. Go ahead in the comments right now. Yeah, I spent over, just as the title says, I spent over $3,000 in camera gear. You know, I've been taking the YouTube thing more serious and I wanted to just step up the quality. So as you can see right now, we're shooting in 4K on my brand new Canon EOS R, and the audio is coming from the Rode, what's it called? Rode VideoMic Pro Plus. There's nothing in this box because it's hooked up to the camera. As you know, I recently bought this mic. This is the Shure SMB 5 something, but it's a great mic. I love it. It's really great for vocals, really great for my YouTube videos, really good quality. But it's just a hassle, bro. Like having that thing in front of me at all times, and you know, also having to record it into like Logic while Ableton is running. I always accidentally stop it and stuff like that. So I went ahead and got this microphone. Also, the lens, really wide angle. This is a 14mm Samyang lens. All right, so this lens is about $600-700 on Amazon. This is the camera I used to use, the Canon Sl1, which is a very solid camera. But the reason why I wanted to upgrade is because of the lighting. You know what I'm saying? I got sick of having this huge softbox on all the time. So right now, I just have this little ring light and change the color of it here with this little button right here, and it clamps on there. It's bendable. That's it. I have a few LEDs going around my garage, but I could not get that same performance on this camera. This is a great camera, but as far as low light in the studio vibes, it just wasn't cutting it. And also, come on, we're in 4K right now. Crispy, crisps. I got a new one of these. All right, so this is very solid, but this one I have is only 500 gigs. This is an external SSD. That's why it's so small. It's lightning fast. Compared to a hard drive like this is 2 terabytes. This, you can get this for like 80 bucks. It's a solid hard drive, but it is slow when it comes to transferring anything compared to this. So if you plan on getting a 4K camera and shooting 4K videos and editing off of a hard drive, you're gonna want an SSD. So I just bought a 2 terabyte one. It's on its way right now. So I decided to include that into this list. But yeah, that's enough of an introduction. Let's show you the gear. So right now, I'm gonna switch over to this camera. I'm not gonna change the lighting. I'm not gonna change any settings.
A few moments later.
So boom, these are the same settings, but with my Canon SL2. As you can see, dark as hell. You can't really see any of the lights. We're on the same ISO. Now what I would normally have to do is bump up the ISO. So now we're at 1600, 3200. Now you can see me, but you can also see a bunch of grain. Can't you see that? And that just wasn't the business. But this is it, all right? This is the Canon EOS R. Nice, compact, not gigantic. This lens works perfectly for it. I really wanted to get the Canon 15-35. If I got the Canon 15-35, I would be set for life, but that lens is like $2,500. I wasn't about to spend that right now, so I'm gonna get it eventually, and it will be replacing this. But one thing I do want to note with the camera, so I'm going to switch. Right now we are in 4K. I want to let you know about the crop just so you know in advance. So this is a 14mm lens, which means it's super wide. Now I'm going to switch to 1080p without the crop, and then you'll see the 4K crop. Boom, this is how wide this lens actually is, 14mm. For me, this is actually too wide, low-key, so I actually really like how the 4K crops it. I'm actually fine with it. But let's say I do want to do shots with my B-pad and everything, I will switch to 1080p just so it won't be cropped, so I can have this super wide angle. My main things were, when I was looking to upgrade my camera, was low light, wide angle lens, and flip out screen. Those are my necessities. Those are the main things I was focused on. And this is everything I need right now. This lens is cheap as hell compared to the rest of Canon's lineup. So here we are. Now I put all this gear into like a little Amazon list, and it's also my like affiliate profile or whatever. So if you do buy any of this stuff, I will get a tiny little percentage, just a disclaimer, but not so much a disclaimer because you should want to help me out, right? So if you buy any of these things, go ahead and click that link, but let's go look at everything in detail that I bought. Alright, so this is my little Amazon influencer store. So if you go here, this is like my old camera gear and this is the new setup. So this is basically just a quick recap, and I want to put everything in my cart so you can know exactly how much the full total will be if you copped all this stuff. So let's open up the Canon EOS R. You can go through, look at the specs. I got the body only. I also got mine refurbished. It was like a little bit less. This is the lens, Samyang 14mm, super dope lens. Oh, there's only one left in stock. You better go get it. This is the mic. So one thing I really like about this mic is that it automatically turns on and off at the same time as your camera does. So this is the tripod, just a basic tripod. It had some really good reviews. It's $100. I'm not gonna lie, I went ahead and I got the like off-brand battery charger and the off-brand battery because come on, look at this. Great reviews, $14. The original one is like $60. And lastly, just an SD card, 128 gigs, extreme, whatever. Why not? So I'm gonna leave out the SSD because I mean, technically that's not a necessity. You don't technically need this for sure. And we have a grand total of $3,172. So yeah, definitely a lot of money, but in the grand scheme of things, this is nothing. If I would have got that $2,500 lens, I would have been spending like $5,000 plus. So I spent a solid $3K on all this gear, and it's stepping up my quality big time, and I hope you notice it. You should be noticing it right now. Go look at some of my older vids. Also learning how to color grade. I'm also trying to experiment with different things with my backgrounds. I'm probably gonna buy like some fake trees or something like that. Bottom line is I'm really taking this YouTube stuff seriously. So if you're thinking of starting a YouTube channel, or you do have a YouTube channel and you're thinking about taking your quality up to the next level, would highly recommend all this gear that I just showed you in this video. I also have another list on the Amazon thing. The link is also in the description of my beginner stuff. So it'll be like this camera, this lens, which is a solid camera. I'm still going to use this camera as like, you know, multiple angles, whatever. This is a great camera. They also have the Canon Sl1, which has 4K. So if you really want 4K, it's probably like $700 for the camera, and it's a solid camera. So go check that out if you're just thinking of getting into YouTube. This is gonna cost way less than this. That's it. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button for more. Thank you for streaming the music, L.Dre on all streaming platforms. I'm Untitled, don't let anybody tell you what you can or cannot be. Thanks for watching. L.Dre out.